Jawel, jawel, jawel. Een hele goede morgen, middag of avond. Welkom terug bij CrimiTV. Kijk eens aan. Goeiedag, Heem, daar zijn we weer. We gaan vandaag eventjes iets doen wat we heel lang geleden voor het eerst gedaan hebben. En dat is The Stanley Parable. Jawel. The Stanley Parable is een beetje een gek spel. Het is moeilijk uit te leggen, je moet het gewoon spelen. We gaan het ook gewoon spelen. Zo, deze even recht. Haatse flats. We gaan het ook gewoon spelen. Ik heb het al eerder gespeeld. En toen ik het spel opstartte, zag ik gelijk een optie van... Heb je wel eens eerder de Stanley Parable gespeeld? Dus we gaan die eventjes aanvinken van... Ja, dat hebben wij. Zo, eens even kijken of je deze kan vinden. Op de autogame. Hatsa. Nee? Oh, dat is wel jammer. Oké, left monitor dan? Ja. Oké. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Yes. Please adjust your slider so the computer is barely visible. Nou. Barely visible. Ja, dit zou barely visible zijn. Het is erg donker, hè? Barely visible. Nou, doe maar hier ergens. Ik vind dit wel barely visible. Maar ja, op stream is het wat meer washed out. Voor jullie doe ik hem hoog. Oké. Confirm. Zo. Hatseflat. Please enter the current time. Oké. Het is 8 p.m. 32. Oh, nee. 33 inmiddels, mooi. Oké. Oei. Daar gaan we. Oké, settings. Eerst even kijken of ik hem op fullscreen mode borderless. Ja, windowed. VSync on, resolution, res x res. Sure, apply. Oh, dan maakt hij er echt een window van. Oké, dat wil ik niet. Borderless fullscreen. Als ik nergens anders op klik, bijvoorbeeld hier. Dan vindt hij hem wel. Oké, gelukkig maar. Als ik nu dit doe, klik hier, dan staat het spel stil. Oké. You know what? Prima jongens. Controls, geloof ik allemaal wel. Audio.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Dat is hem. Vertel het. Wie kent hem niet? Sound effects. Oké, general. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oké, mouse sensitivity. Ik ben wat aan het klooien met die sliders. En je denkt misschien waarom? Subtitles will be displayed. Nou ja, dan kan dit als het goed is. Reset settings. Yes. Oké. Translation labels. Nee. Hoeft allemaal niet. Show subtitles. Is dat nu off? On. Ja. Language English. Yes. Oké, audio. Video. Prima. Controls. Interact is E. Crouch is left. Space is jump. Okay. Sure, back. Begin the game. Let's go. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never. The end is loading. Gaan we dan. The Stanley Parable.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Yes.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Zo is het.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh?
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
No.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oké. Control is crouch, spatie springen. Spring dan. Oh. Ik krijg net een achievement, ik weet niet of je dat in beeld ziet. You can't jump. Even zien. You can't jump. Wat krijgen we nou? No, seriously, we disabled it. Oké. En ik heb een achievement voor een andere achievement krijgen. I hate Mondays. Oké. Oké. Kun je de deur dicht doen? Ja, top.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision?
Was
What
he
if
that
a
you
crucial
would-
outcome
okay.
fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by?
So.
He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oké.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Oké, gaat hij dan nu helemaal... gaat nu elke keer... Oké, gaat hetzelfde doen. Heb ik geen zin in. Oké, let's go. Adventure.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ja.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Ik heb hem wel
Click a
gelezen,
door
ja.
5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times.
ben betrapt.
I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Oké, sure.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Oh.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. Alright, got it. Waar is die? 417. Oep. Even computers uitdoen, jongens. Ik wil niet dat al die computers aanstaan. Dat is een beetje... Awaiting input. Ik kan er niet bij. Input received. Huh? Oké. Strange. I hate Mondays. Oh, hier.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Dat was terug in het begin, hè? 437. Dat is 430. Oh nee, dat is verder weg. Oh, nee, hier.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415, yes, alright. 415. What the hell is it?
Now, back to door number 437.
Oké, rustig. I feel the rush. Geweldige game, nu al. 437.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
417, alright.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416, you got it, pal.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Okay, going. Fucking raar spel.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 43. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
Achievement get.
You really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks.
Yeah.
Really now? What were you thinking?
Well. Oké. Kan ik hier ook... Who farted? Oké, sure. Al deze deuren zitten dicht. Ik kan ook niet rennen. Dit is gewoon het snelste weg. Nou, dat is best nog snel. Er ligt een slang in de hal.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oké, we gaan braaf zijn. Fuck around.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other co-workers. Resent co-workers for not supporting you more. Okay, sure. Synergize core values.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nope.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
FA. Netjes hoor.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Ik ben dol op dit spel. Echt waar. Die narrator die wordt echt pissed gewoon.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Ja, ik blijf hier gewoon lekker zitten. Ik vind het wel gezellig.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your
Dat zie ik echt
find
overal
this
in de...
concerning.
Dat zie ik echt overal in de Steam reviews staan. Fantastisch. Oh, dit spel is zo
Stanley was
meta.
fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Oh,
He
wow.
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Nou zeg. Pardon?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this,
Hey,
the
Pinky.
responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
Wat is dit
Please
spel?
remove
Raar
their
is
corpse
dit
from
spel.
the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Dit spel is raar. Het is heel moeilijk om dit spel uit te leggen. Het is een avonturenspel. In een kantoorpand. En je hebt een verteller. En die verteller die vertelt je telkens wat je moet doen. Maar je kan ervoor kiezen om dat wel te doen of dat niet te doen. En er gebeuren rare dingen.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I get you too. Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oké, volgens mij gebeurt er nu niks meer. Oké.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oké. Up or down? Zeg het maar, chat. Waar gaan we naartoe? De narrator zegt up. Up? Oké. Let's go. Deze deur is dicht. Nou, dan moet het deze wel zijn, hè? Executive bathroom. Dat is wel heel executive. Oh! Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast. Mo crisp. Oké, sure. Nice. Een paar mooie oude stoelen. Dat wel. Lelijk. Business strategy. Oké. Heftig. Dat is niet waar ik naartoe moet, hè? Nee. Oké, retro computers. Ja, sowieso. Nu maar even lief zijn. Oké, dan gaan we naar de boss office. Sure.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Nee, klopt. Dus ik doe 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Ik vind dit trouwens een mooie schilderij.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Dat zou Stanley toch niet kunnen weten, Chantal?
8.
Ik heb een achievement en dat is 8.
2845.
Oké. Narrator wordt een beetje ongeduldig.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Holy shit. Oké. Geen zaklamp, hè? Nee, het is wel donker. Heel donker hier. Oké. Lift. Hola, Stony. Goed dat je hem niet nog donkerder had gezet. Nee, precies. Dat is denk ik voor de sfeer van het spel, maar anders kunnen jullie niks zien.
Stirring of emotion in his chest,
Yes.
as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, ging een vonk.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oké. Keuzes aan jullie. Mind Control Facility of Escape? Escape. Mind Control Facility. Mind Control, oké. Eerste die antwoordt, die krijgt hem. Dat is de regel vanaf nu. Oké. Eerste die antwoord krijgt hem.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Sure. Allemaal televisieschermen. Jongens.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place.
Sta ik er ook tussen? Wat was mijn nummer? Wat was mijn employee nummer? Ik weet het niet eens meer. Wat was mijn employee nummer? Weet iemand het nog? Begin van de stream? Ik wil zeggen 437, maar ik wil af 427? Ja, volgens mij ook. 427 is daar, midden van het scherm. Dat is inderdaad mijn office. Oh, ik word al de hele tijd bespied. Oh nee.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Fired.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh hey, daar is nog een catwalk. Daar is iemand fired. Okay.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Nee.
His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
All right.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oeps, ik drukte op 5. Hier. Mind control idle, awaiting input. Oké. Het lijkt erop dat we weer 2 keuzes hebben, jongens. System power, on or off. Eerste die het zegt in de chat. Mind control system. Nice. On. Oké, Chantal was eerst. System power, on.
Oh, Stanley. You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Stanley,
Oops.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Oh shit.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Chantal!
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification,
What?
nuclear detonators are said to explode.
Nuclear detonators.
Eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes!
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't
Oh,
it, Stanley?
domme.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But
Oh,
what
nee.
precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me,
Oké.
where we're going.
Hier staat een 3, oké.
All this
Oh,
means
incorrect.
I barely know
Oh,
where
ik
to
moet een
start.
3 vinden. Een 3, een blauwe knop met 3.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Shit.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Blauwe
All
knop
right, I'm in
met
a
3.
good mood.
Dit is een
You're
blauwe
gonna
knop.
die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what
Failsafe
happened to them.
disabled.
I erased them.
I
I turned off
erased
the
them.
machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you
Oh,
sit
the
there in
timer.
your office forever, pushing
een 4.
buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Dying alone.
Other times, I
Shit.
let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone
Waar is de 3? Waar is de
inside,
3? Waar is de 3?
or I let it burn to a crisp.
Dat is een 1 en een
To say
2.
this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
Console
Watching you try to make
Shit.
sense of everything and take back
Waar is
the
de
control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate
Dat is
to
een
see it
5.
go.
Daar,
But
daar,
I'm
daar,
sure
daar.
whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Oké.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
3 blauw. Incorrect.
I'm enjoying
Oh,
this
hier.
so much. You
Geel
know what?
4.
To hell with it. I'm
5.
going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Fuck hell.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room
Ik heb op
was
5
capable
gedrukt en
of
nu op
turning
groen.
it on?
Groen.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button,
Wat een eikel.
screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Dat is goed.
These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
1 rood.
That this
Incorrect.
video game can
1
be
blauw.
beaten? One solved? Do you
Volgens mij is
have
hij me gewoon
any
keihard
idea
aan het
what your
trollen.
purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite
Maar
a
hij is gewoon een
disappointment.
super troller.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Wat een
You're
eikel.
only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made
Yes.
humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
Oh god.
30 seconds until a big
Rip.
boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me,
Goodbye,
I will
employee
be laughing at every second
427.
of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
Goodbye 427. Heel nice. The end is never, the end is never, the end is loading. Gaan we weer.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oké. Ik wil bijna uit het raam springen hier, man. Oké. Zijn er open ramen in dit spel? Vast niet. Er is vast iets tegen ingebouwd. Oké, die is uit nu, dat is raar. Je begint nu vanaf het begin. Dus ik ga nu even een speedrun doen, dezelfde...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Dezelfde route, alleen dit keer ga ik de machine uitzetten in plaats van aan. En daarna gaan we door naar de volgende playthrough. Ja.
Feeling a wave of disbelief. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ik vond het ook wel grappig. Wat was het ook weer?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
Alles.
Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began while Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Ja, dit spel onthoudt alles.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, yes. Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Ik heb dit spel echt 10 jaar geleden of zo op CrimiTV ook een keer gespeeld. Maar dat is de oude versie en dit is dus de nieuwe versie. De Ultra Deluxe versie. En hier zitten blijkbaar heel veel meer endings in en heel veel meer nieuwe dingen. Oké, we gaan de machine uitzetten. Oh, vonk. Ja.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
Dan hebben we die beide keuzes gehad die jullie hebben genoemd. En daarna gaan we een clean run doen. Een clean run.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Een nieuwe run waar jullie alles moeten kiezen.
Strength to find out.
Dus ook waar we heen gaan, welke deur we nemen, et cetera. Ja, en wederom de eerste die antwoordt in de chat, die krijgt
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Dus
each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Dus als je geen lag wil op de stream, druk dan nu nog een keer op F5. Dan ben je er nog tijd bij.
Control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was
Ik had wel het idee dat het bijna het einde was.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Het goede einde? Bestaat dat? Het goede einde? Nou,
no. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Zo jammer dat het spel...
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Heel jammer dat deze nog niet
the heart of the operation.
Uit was tijdens mijn subathon.
Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery...
Jammer joh. Ik vraag me wel af of hij dan een hele andere speech gaat geven. Oh, dat is al de tweede keer, bla bla bla. Want de narrator onthoudt er alles wat je doet.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
6 dagen.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Nee, oké, let's do it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Volgens mij is
This
dit
was exactly the way,
het
right
echte
now,
einde.
that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy. Fantastisch. We did it. Ja, beat the game. Achievement. Check. Oké. En nu begint het spel. Helemaal opnieuw. Oké. Ik geef een biertje, pak ik de deur dicht.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
Staat de narrator trouwens luid
Very soon
vergeleken
now,
met mij?
this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Prima, mooi.
Here it comes.
Hetzelfde niveau is wel prima. Oké, top. Je zegt inderdaad, hebben we snel gevonden. Maar ja, de true ending is heel stom eigenlijk. Als je alles doet wat de narrator zegt, dan vind je de true ending. Zo simpel is het. Oké, ga naar buiten.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Oké. Ja, oké, en dan? Ik kan niet springen. Ik kan niet springen. Je hebt dus bij de settings. Hier, controls. Jump, space. Staat er echt bij, hè? Not making this up. En als je 5 keer op spatie drukt, krijg je een achievement. No, you can't jump. We disabled it.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Ah, shut up.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
Heb ik
No,
al.
no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Nee.
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times.
Nee.
I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Nee, gaan we niet doen. Gaan we niet doen. We hebben die achievement al geprobeerd te halen eerder. Oh, hier. Awaiting input. Input received. Oké. Hij gaat nu telkens een stapje hoger, zeg maar. Oké, dus volgens mij moet je gewoon elke... Nieuw content, hallo. Hallo, nieuw content. Oké. Sorry. Ik heb jullie niet gevraagd of ik daarin moest, ja of nee. Maar ik denk,
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
wat leuk.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay. Sure.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Oh god.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing
Hey,
adventure.
Willem.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Zo verschrikkelijk overdreven.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh my god! Ja! We kunnen springen! We kunnen springen! Eindelijk! Dit miste uit het originele spel. Daar kon je niet in springen. En nu wel. Nice. Wat fijn. Eindelijk kunnen we springen. Oh. Oké. Nu kan ik niet meer springen. Ik kan niet meer springen.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Dit is een raar kantoor. Kamerplant.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oké, dit is trouwens een onderdeel van het spel. Het spel reset altijd, dus dan weet je dat. Oké, 247. Huh? Ik ben niet meer in mijn kantoor. Mijn kantoor is verplaatst naar een andere locatie. Hier, dit is een foto van... Het eerste wat je ziet als je eruit loopt is een foto van je oude hal. Waar je normaal gesproken het spel begint.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
God, oké. Oké, in de vent of doorlopen? Wat gaan we doen? Oh, ja, reset was net iets eerder. Reset zegt doorlopen. Check.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Oké. Sure. Thanks, Ries. Dat was de moeite waard. Waar zijn dan de computers dan? Ik mis een paar computers om uit te drukken. Oké. Dan vraag ik me af of ik die weer kan... Of ik die in de nabije toekomst weer moet unlocken. Of dat die er straks gewoon altijd is. Oké. Die is nu wel dicht. Maxi is erbij. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left? Right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sure. Hello?
Damn, son.
Mooi man. Oh, hier, de employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Mooi zeg.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Ja.
Really worth it.
Ja. Kijk dan. Prachtig. Hier.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Oh, wauw.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh ja. Geef mij de schuld. Oké. Kaal. Alhoewel, het is wel een mooie stoel, hè?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Protest in de chat, dames en heren. Oké. Hier is nog een doos. Met een puntenslijper erin en wat brieven. Hier ligt een brief, maar die kan ik nooit lezen, denk ik. Vind ik wel jammer. Oké, we lopen door.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
First open door to his left to get back to business. Ja of nee? Simon die op een bank ligt. Och, jongen. Ja, oké. Chantal is eerst
And
die
so
ja
he
zegt.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, jongens.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Left? Zeker weten? Ik kan die andere deur niet open. Oké, er is maar één deur.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my
Oh.
mistake.
Excuus.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Ach, nu
It's
is
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Hij is helemaal in de war, jongens. Helemaal in de war.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
Zo klinkt het ook als ik een walkthrough
This
volg.
story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oké. Je belicht nog aan, vriend. Oké. Ik moet deze kant op. Check. Oké. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Oh,
Quick,
shit.
Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Ik dacht het niet, vriend. Gaan we weer.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ja. Misschien is het zo simpel, inderdaad. Ja. We hebben nu niet meer die vent, hè? Die hebben we gewoon nu geskipt voor live. Oké, rustig, Slender. Oké, welke computer staat er nu aan voor de input? Give input. Nee, geen één. Raar. Oké, ik heb er één gemist, denk ik. Mijn eigen. Nee, die is dicht. Oké. Oké. Geen computers hier meer die aanstaan met een knopje erop? Nee? Oké, misschien straks verderop. Wie weet. 4.16 was er normaal, de nieuwe content.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
Ja.
Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Hier kan ik niet in. Oké. Let's find the story. Oké. Hallo? Maar alle deuren leiden ook naar elkaar. Super, super leuk. Let's find the story. Dr. Job geeft toe aan de eisen van de boeren. Nice. Netjes.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Ik ben wel een beetje... Oh. Oké.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Ja,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
zo is het. Ik denk dat het is. Oké, weer even de computers uitzetten. Jan, waarom zet je die computers uit? Nou, ik heb het idee dat dat iets triggert. Ik had net zeg maar een paar knoppen. Dan moest ik zoveel input geven. Het was er eerst 1 knopje, toen waren het 2 knopjes. Jawel. Oké, we gaan naar de meeting room.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
Dat zijn geen
It's
deuren.
possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Natuurlijk.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Huh? Oké.
Now this Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
Ja, ik ook.
I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oké.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line.
Trademark.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Ja, dat is inderdaad vrij simpel. Klopt. Oké, just follow the line. Gaan we. Sure. Ik ben hier nog nooit geweest, maar dat is prima. Oh, even om die doos heen.
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Yep.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay. Goed Willem, kalm aan jongen.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, check. Pa-pa-da-da-pa-da-pa.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley. I'm ready for it.
Hij loopte een paar keer, dat heel raar.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It TM. Nice. Oh, daar gaat hij het plafond in. Ja. Oké.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Okay.
From here, the story is in our control.
Yes.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Okay, chat.
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh.
Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Jongens.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Confusion ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is?
Even zien.
It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this
Narrator is
goes?
gone. After a long time,
It's all
Stanley dies.
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... Psst. Stanley!
Oké,
Come
dit keer
over
duik ik er
here.
wel in.
In the vent!
In
I
the
want to
vent.
show you something.
Coffee nut. Oh jee.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh.
Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
The memory zone. Zone, sweet zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Zo'n stickertje overheen. Stanley Parable. Ja, ze hebben inderdaad allemaal prijzen gewonnen. Dat klopt wel. Stanley Parable. Mozilla Firefox Start Page. Nou, ik geloof niet dat dit de Start Page is, maar... Good times. Ach, hier allemaal Polaroids. Let's begin again. Memory lane. Smile because it happened. $1. Stanley Parable demonstration, de demo. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Dat is inderdaad een achievement van de originele Stanley Parable. Die kan ik inmiddels wel halen. En deze, unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Revik, je hebt geen 6000 punten, man. Doe even uitroepteken CC. Uitroepteken CC, dan zie je hoeveel puntjes je hebt. Hier, je hebt maar 1876. Kill. Kill. Nominee. British Academy Awards. Nog een keer. Nog een keer. New York Times. New video game releasing today. Creator surprisingly down to earth. Rutger goes from scandal to new crisis. Oké. Arme Rutger. Ik heb nog Factorio met hem gespeeld van de week. The Los Angeles Times. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Pardon. Muziekje erbij. Heerlijk. Oh, dat weet je toch niet. Ach.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. Yeah. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Memory zone maintenance. Huh. Mind control. Oh, hier, Portal. Dat is Portal. Dat is Minecraft. Let's begin again. Ja. Ah, de originele keuze, hè. Links of rechts. Dat is de originele. De echte keuze. Person of the Year. Uitgevaagd. Level editor voor source. Ja, original. Auto. Stanley Parable box set. Ja. Smiley knop. Ja. Your number is 29. Top 10 memories. Een fiets. Fiets, jongens.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
De serious room, daar is hij wel.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Steam reviews. Uh-oh. Not recommended. Oh, wacht even hier. Daar is een recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Ja, nice. Echt waar, deze game is zo raar. Zo raar, maar toch zo gaaf. Oh, deze is open. Oh, hier, nog meer. Negatief. Oh, hier. Kisten vol. Kisten vol van het spul, jongens. Weer een deur die niet open kan. Oh, hier, toch nog een positieve gevonden. Ja.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Pardon.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Holy shit.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an
Okay.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course,
Die had ik
I
willen
happen
horen.
to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
Sure.
Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was... well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time.
Oké, ik ga hem nu gewoon doorklikken om te irriteren.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of...
De narrator is weg. Ik hoor niks meer. Behalve machines buiten. Oh. Oh, wat een nageluid. Als hij wegging, ging jij dood. Ja, true.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine...
Ik hoor een drup.
The end is never the end, 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 is...
Iets lekt hier. Oh, hier. De pijpleiding, het plafond. Oké. Nou ja, als dat gaat stijgen, dat water, wordt wel een probleem, hè? Ja, let's skip. Ja, het plafond is ingezakt. Oké. Oh, zonlicht. Hallo? Oh. Ik stond ergens op. Oh. Nature is taking over. En alles is weer dood. Fucking aliens. Ja, aliens. Oh shit. Ik kan niet meer drukken. Knop is kapot. Holy shit. Oh my god. Ah nee. Oké, we beginnen weer hier. Oké, ik ga heel even naar het toilet. Ik ga heel even een biertje pakken. Dit wordt leuker en leuker. Ja, hoi. Ik heb even een gemist gesprek, dus ik moet heel eventjes iemand terugbellen. Ik ben er zo weer, een paar minuutjes. Zo, daar zijn we weer. Ja, ik moest eventjes vlug... Zo, ik moest eventjes vlug een telefoontje beantwoorden, maar we zijn er weer. Ja. Oké.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Zo is het. We gaan al die computers weer uitzetten. Zo, die uit. En die uit. En dan gaat een van die computers weer een lampje weergeven van... Hey, press button to continue. Toch?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ja, zo is het. Nou, niet deze computers. We gaan door. New content. Oké, ik ben triggered.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Ja.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Gaan we weer. The end is never the end. Is loading. Heb je nog naar je zin in de chat? Ik vind het geweldig. Oké, go.
You see, Stanley,
Zeker,
I've
mooi.
been reflecting on the Stanley Parable
Ja.
and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be.
Ja.
The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
Leuk zo,
so
Steve.
forget
Mooi zo.
this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, hallo. Oh, dit ziet er fancy
Yes,
uit.
you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
2.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Alleen er gaat nog steeds geen deur open. Oké.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Ja.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Potential. MacBooks. Nou, dit zijn geen MacBooks. Dit zijn Eagle Books of zo. Of Dove Books. The color red. More TSP, better TSP. Ja, win-win. Sequential, mindshare, 2-2. Ja, 1 is minder dan 2. Klopt allemaal. The Stanley Parable 2. Oh, we moesten die Fern onthouden, want die zou belangrijk zijn. Nou, we hebben nu 2 keer die Fern. Stanley Parable 2. Hier, logo-ideeën. Hatsa. The Stanley Parable 2 logo-ideas. Hier, kijk. Oké, ik vind nummer 5 vind ik wel heel leuk. Thanks for attending my meeting. I love it. Stanley Parable 2. Ik kan deze laptop niet uitzetten, dat is jammer, hè? Oké, en hier dan. Wat hebben we hier? Heb je nog zo'n Eagle book? Je hebt geen zoom, hè? Nee. New content is out. New content is in. Old busted. New hotness. Cool red section of the charts. Boring selections of the chart. Cool red selection of the chart. Okay. Yeah, sure. Nee, lachen dit.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a
Taste
look
the
at some of the
sequel.
features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical.
In
really.
PowerPoint, ja, uiteraard. Ik kan niet meer springen. Nee, ik kan nog steeds niet springen. Geen retro computers meer. Nee, precies. Dit is allemaal nieuw. Het is allemaal nieuw. Nee, maar inderdaad, je kan het gewoon met mij meespelen. Ik ga dit vaker streamen als dit leuk is. Hier, sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, mee eens. Arkham Asylum 2, City, ja. Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, yes. Dark Souls 2 was inderdaad een goede game, ja, mee eens. 2. Don't talk to me before I had my sequel. 2. De prequel to... De prequel. Oh, de prequel. Oh, dat was een prequel, maar het is veel moderner. Hè? Oké. Sure, ik geloof je. Let's wait to the show floor. New features. Oh, live audience. Ja. De new content bus, uiteraard. Tourbus. Ja. Midden in de studio. Sure. New features. Voor een live audience. Ja. Sure. Okay, let's go. Stanley Parable 2.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Merch. Uiteraard, er hoort merch bij. Ja. Een grote studio box, inderdaad. Oh, er staat ook iemand te draaien. Oké. Exclusive button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Okay, sure. Hear your name in the game. Okay.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
No.
And of course, the first and most obvious answer is
Just
that they
right.
want to be individually recognized and validated
Grote
as
Stanley,
people.
yeah.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Okay.
Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really
Sure.
simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Yeah, friends.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the
Sure.
world's possibilities as Jim, and as
Yeah.
Jim watching your dreams crumble into...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't
Oh,
finished
sorry.
setting up the backstory. If
Sorry.
you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand
Okay.
the impact of this button.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
Oké.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling
luister.
substance
Check.
addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
14 euro.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too
14 euro.
emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Ja.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon
No,
you'll
no,
start
no,
to
no.
lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
Putting the jump button away. Oké. Sure. Even geen gym meer. Just right. Ja. Mee eens. Wat is hier? Een deur. Dit spel heeft zoveel deuren die niet open kunnen. Oké. Sure. Ik ben Jim. Enjoy the new features.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Please no screenshots. Ik maak screenshots, baby. Heerlijk. Please no screenshots. Maar er gebeurt niks als je wel screenshots maakt. Jump circle, infinite hole. Oké. The reassurance bucket. Oké. No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh. Stepniece of Get Well Someday. Oké, deze.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, stepniece, it is.
Oké. Sure. Och, overal hangen nu ballonnen.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Oké. Nieuw achievement. Sure. Ik maak nog steeds screenshots de hele tijd, hè. Pull the lever, receive achievement, no more steps.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Ik ga gewoon proberen. Tot het lukt. Jongens. Why it no work? Pull me please, pull me please. Okay. Vervelend. Oké, ik ga het nog een keer proberen, want ik geef niet op. Hoe vaak moet je klikken? Hoe vaak zou je moeten klikken voordat het spel denkt van hey. Hoe vaak zouden we moeten klikken, denk je? Ah, laat maar. Ik ben er nu al zat van. Let's go.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
That's new. No screenshots. Nou, dat doen we lekker wel. Collect them all. Oh, wat is dit?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life. God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Nou, Ik heb in ieder geval 1 van de 6. Even zien hoor. Expo Hall 2 Guide. Jump Circle. This map. Daar zijn we nu. Free Achievement. Q. Merge. Setting World Champion. Bij het nummertje. Oké. Dat is tegenover Merge. Merge waren we net. Daar is Merge. Dus hier is de Settings World Champion. Dat hebben we al gehad hier. Ja. Collectibles. Reassurance bucket offered epilogue. Met een punt komma. Ik zie geen punt komma op de kaart. Oh wel, daar. Ja. Collectibles. Infinite Hole exit. 2. Oké, hier zijn we dus al geweest. We hebben die ene collectible gevonden. De Infinite Hole. It won't end. Jump circle. Ja.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Ja.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Ja. Nou, moet er maar. Fuck dit up. Oké, wat hebben we hierboven? Settings World Champion. Oké. Loop even door. Dat is een... volgens mij is Settings World Champion een... Settings? Ja. Volgens mij is dit een achievement dat je alle sliders eventjes moet aantikken. En alle settings eventjes moet fixen. Even zien. Oké. Oké, wacht eens even. Zo, ja. Deze stond op 80. Daar gaan we zo weer terug opzetten. Zo. Oké. Doe maar English. Vind ik wel fijn. Oh, hier. Oké, medium. Oh, jongens. Wat was dit? 72, denk ik? Ik weet niet meer. Even zien. Medium. We gaan ze zo resetten, dus dan is dat goed weer helemaal in orde. Ik meen dat dit een achievement is. Dat je Settings World Champion bent als je alle settings hebt geprobeerd. Die uit. Color labels on. Content warning on. Zo. Dat is weer irritant. Oké, sorry. Vind je het irritant? Ja, ik eigenlijk ook. Ik eigenlijk ook wel. Maar gelukkig kunnen we het volume ook helemaal uitzetten. Oh nee, toch niet. Ja, ik ga er hiermee stoppen, want dit is inderdaad irritant. Ik ben het met je eens. Wat hebben we nog meer? Infinite Hole. Free Achievement. Oké. Infinite Hole. Wat is dit? Oh, dat is diezelfde deur. Ja, oké. Hole like infinity. Okay. Opening, rim, depth, infinite, surrounding area. It just keeps going. Oké. Daar mag ik niet heen. Oké.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Oké.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Teleport of niet?
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? Maybe certain it is.
Nog niet.
It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall
2
infinitely?
p.m.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Oké, maar ik vind het hier wel leuk eigenlijk hier beneden. Wonder dat je nog kan lopen. Ja, precies. Wonder dat ik niet gewoon op slag dood ben, ja. Building castles in the sky, oh, just the two of us. Had hier wel zo'n statue verwacht. Ja, maar dit is ook wel het type spel dat inderdaad niet daadwerkelijk die collectibles in het spel gaat zetten, maar gewoon met je te fucken hebben ze een collectible erin. 1 collectible en dan ga je helemaal rot zoeken naar de rest die niet bestaat. Gok ik. Er gebeurt hier vrijwel niks, denk ik. Ik denk dat we terug omhoog gaan.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really, gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Yeah.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, Let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. A shame of my... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
Nee.
You sure?
I'm
Well, I
sure.
mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Oké. De G-knop werkt inderdaad gewoon niet meer. En ik heb geen jumps meer over. Oh. Wat? Wat is dit? Joe, hè? Joe in de chat. Die muziek erbij, fantastisch. Oh. Oh, G to change your perception. Ja, hide your reality. Oh, change your reality.
My head's stronger. You're no longer.
Oh, puppies. Change yourself. Oh. Oh, ondersteboven.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Huh?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Toedelepip. Oh, daar gaan we weer. Oh. Huh?
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oké, de reassurance bucket hebben we nog niet gezien. Oké, kom maar.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Daar komt hij.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable.
Nice, oké, ik heb een bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Ja, mee eens. Oké, ik ga met deze reassurance bucket, ga ik nogmaals proberen om die achievement te krijgen. Want ik heb nu een bucket die mij helpt. Dit is hoe het werkt. Flauw. Oké. Waar zijn mijn coins gebleven? Heb je een keer verloren met boeren? Als je inzet bij het boeren en je wint niet, dan ben je het kwijt. Ben ik bang. Maar wat je wel zou kunnen doen, is je zou natuurlijk een uitroepteken protest kunnen doen, wat gratis is en waarmee je alleen maar geld kunt verdienen. Oké. Jongens, jullie weten wat ik denk, hè? Jullie weten wat ik denk nu. Here we go. Deur is dicht. Oh, dat is jammer. Doe jij maar. Ja, gooi emmer in het gat. Maar ik heb de reassurance bucket. Oké, zijn er nog dingen die we niet gedaan hebben? Even kijken. Merch. Offer sticker, epilogue. Epilogue ben ik nog niet geweest. Waar is de epilogue? Dat is de puntkomma. De puntkomma is in een deur vlakbij B. En dat is de... Oké, dat is die kamer. Ja, oké, ik weet wat het is. Oh, het is niet aangepast. Nou, de button that says gym. Oké. Hier is epilogue. Oh ja, ja. Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
de epiloog is letterlijk niks, behalve dat hij dat zegt. Van, hey, dat doen we later wel. Wat flauw. The button that says gym. Button is nog steeds weg. Die deur is dicht. Die ook. Wat vervelend. Nou, we moeten maar naar de exit. Ik denk dat we hier alles wel gezien hebben voor nu. Wel jammer van die gratis achievement. Dat we hem niet hebben. Ik zag net ergens een bordje staan. Waar is exit? Mostly infinite hole. Oh, pardon. Jongs. We kunnen hier ook niks, hè? Nee. Maar ik heb een emmer. Welkom to. Nice. Mijn soort tijdschrift. Oh, pardon. Nou, waar is de exit? Exit.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Ja.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Yeah.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Yeah.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
Yeah.
I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Sure.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh? The Stanley Parable 2. Ja, is goed. Ah, er wordt toch nog gegamed in de Your Gaming Discord, zie ik. Ah, oké. Check. Ah, misschien join ik straks ook nog wel even, Ries. Ravik. Begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Ja.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oké, laatste run.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. Oh, the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Waarom staat daar een... Oké. Ja, sure.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Pardon. Die ballonnen overal.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait,
Now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends, that your relationship is purely superficial and convenient, that your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There.
Property of
now
Stanley.
it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things. All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see,
A bucket
I feel
sticker.
that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Ja. Zeker wel.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Oké. Oké. We gaan door.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Holy shit, een collectible. Alleen ik kan er niet bij.
You found one of them. One of the
Well,
miniature
well.
Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Oké. Fantastisch. Oh, hier. Input received. Nice.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yeah.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Zo is het. Daar gaan we. Oh, er was wat. Ik zag wat. Oh jee.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him,
Fuck the
reassuring
bucket.
that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Oké, ik ben wel benieuwd wat de bucket ending is.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Echt waar. Dit is de laatste run die ik doe vanavond. Ik word hier helemaal gek van.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
Oh.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Zo is het.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system. Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Hey.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket,
Hey.
go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Oh, sorry. En dan begint de game weer overnieuw.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
De stickers staan er nu ook op. Hier een ballon. Even zien, waar is nu de monitor? Waar... Ah, hier.
No matter how hard Stanley looked,
He couldn't find a trace. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Ja, oké. Ik ga voor hier de sequel is snel past. Oké. Quit to the menu. Quit to desktop. Ja, voor nu wel. We gaan het vaker doen, mensen. Ja, dat zei ik. Oh, wacht even. Hè, dat is waar. Ik zag een hele tijd eventjes geen chats. Sorry. Sorry, Chantal. Is dit het begin? Even zien. Ja, nou ja. Weet je, dit spel heeft natuurlijk weinig een begin of het einde. Maar het begin is inderdaad altijd dat je in je office bent. In 427. En dat je dan op avontuur gaat. Chantal. Nee, ik ga er inderdaad voor nu vandoor. Ik ben best wel moe. En morgen is het zondag. En het hangt er eventjes vanaf of onze Jeffrey samen wil streamen. Ik weet het niet. Jeffrey is al een tijdje van het boeren weer af. Dus ik denk dat hij overslaat. Maar dan gaan wij waarschijnlijk gewoon verder met de Stanley Parable. Mensen, mag ik jullie vriendelijk bedanken voor het kijken. Daarmee bedoel ik Richard, Willem heel eventjes en Chantal. En ik zou zeggen tot de volgende keer bij CrimiTV.